Hello everybody, this week's camera is the Nikon FG. It was made from 1982 to 1984 or 86, depending on where you get your information. It replaced the Nikon EM as their kind of low-end SLR. It's smaller and lighter than the professional F series. This is quite an improvement over the EM though. The EM was aperture priority only. You could shoot manual if the battery was dead. This one does aperture priority, full manual, and programmed auto exposure, where the camera will select the aperture and the shutter speed. All you have to do is focus. In aperture priority or programmed auto exposure, the aperture and shutter speeds are stepless. So if it calls for some weird value in between the manual settings, the camera will do it to make sure that the exposure is spot on. If the battery is dead, this will still work at 1/90th of a second. That's also where it does the flash sync. And if the mirror is stuck up and it has a dead battery, you can see, if the camera's going to work. Set it to M90 or to bulb and it should let the mirror go. It does through the lens and off the film metering, so it's really precise. Has exposure compensation, plus or minus 2 EV in half stop steps. Shutter goes from a second to 1,000th of a second. Those are electronic. The M90 is the only mechanical timed setting. Has a little lever here for turning off the audible warning. It has a beeper to let you know if you're going to be over or underexposed. Shows the shutter values down the right side of the viewfinder with LEDs. Also shows you flash sync and flash ready if you're using a compatible Nikon flash. This button does a +2 EV. It only uses the AI and AIS lenses, so the lenses off of my old Nikon F won't work. They haven't been converted. I'm going to leave them alone. Got a Nikkor 50mm 1.8 lens. It's pretty sweet. Sadly, after this one, the FG20, Nikon kind of went back and cheaped out. I don't know if they figured this was competing with the professional F series too much or what. So for their very small consumer level SLRs, this is the one to get. So I will finish out the roll and I'll see you then.